Stand Up Nigeria has condemned the ban on the production and sale of alcoholic beverages in sachet and small bottles by NAFDAC, describing it as illegal and harmful to the economy. The group accused NAFDAC DG, Professor Mojisola Adeyeye, and some senators of acting without consulting key stakeholders, warning that the decision could lead to over 1.9 trillion naira in losses and millions of job cuts. They urged the Minister of Health to approve the validated national alcohol policy and call on the Senate to revisit the issue through public hearings.
It is important to state that the purported directive for an outright ban is unfair and unacceptable, given the fact that NAFDAC had issued its own violation of the terms of a more inclusive process that was organized by the agency's supervising Ministry of Health. It is our position that NAFDAC should have presented its position before the Senate committee alongside the ministry during the validation rather than bypassing these processes and opt to approach the National Assembly without giving other stakeholders opportunity of fair hearing. Unfortunately, the implications of these pronouncements are too grave to be ignored. It is economically counterproductive for a government that is expanding its revenue net to gulp in more resources for the execution of infrastructural projects. If allowed to stand, it will cause economic dislocation of unimaginable proportion for the nation at this critical time. It will have grievous consequences for our nascent economy, resulting to a loss of over 1.9 trillion investment by indigenous Nigerian company with attendant mass retrenchment of over 500,000 direct employees and approximately 5 million indirect jobs through contract, marketing, and other logistic reduction in capacity utilization and manufacturing, which recent quarterly economic indices suggest a gradual upward movement owing to revenue from alcohol industry's contribution as a component of food and beverages sector and a loss of indigenous business that may gradually obliterate local entrepreneurship development in the country. Our prayers that the Minister of Health and coordinating Ministry of Health and Social Welfare to kindly endorse the draft copy of the validated Nigerian alcohol policy and its multi-sectoral implementation framework, that the Senate should act with dignity, fairness, and respect for all in accordance with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria that they sought to uphold, and revisit the matter by way of calling for a stakeholder consultation, either through public hearing or focused meeting with relevant industry players in the alcohol beverage industry, as was robustly done by the House of Representatives. That Professor Mojisola Christian Adeyeye, the NAFDAC DG, should desist from further running the agency like a private business enterprise and subjecting it to public ridicule or resign, as her action and continuous stay in office pose serious threat to the full implementation of Mr. President's Renew Hope agenda.